So they've just launched their new car, the XPeng G6, which is just literally tonight gone on sale. The website is open, the online orders are happening, and the car has just been revealed, and a full presentation was done right here, and that is what I'm putting up on this video. You'll get to see everything and find out all about the new XPeng G6, which I think will be quite a significant car for the market.
A brown car guy. Brown car guy.
Okay, everyone. Thank you all once again. Welcome to the launch event for XPeng in UK. My name is Uma. I'm the head for the XPeng Overseas Product and Engineering. I'm so delighted and proud to be here introducing our all-new G6 for the UK market. G6 is such an important model for XPeng as a global player. One reason is because there's well-balanced positioning, and also the size is matching so well with global middle-sized electric SUV market. On the other hand side, the technology equipped on this car is showing how well that XPeng is able to give the industry-leading solution to meet the needs for the customer in the global market. G6 is not only giving the unrivaled performance as an EV, not only about the fast charging, this 5-star rating for the European safety, also back to the AI-driven software ability. This car is so much fun to drive and also easy to be used as daily practice. Within XPeng's portfolio, G6 is not standing alone. As a leading model for the latest XPeng's platform architecture, so-called SiPo 2.0, just introduced by brand just now, G6 is empowered to have super intelligent, super efficiency, and also accurate to be built in the right way. As the first and also the most important touch point between the end user to a smart EV, the operation system plays such an important role. On G6, XPeng is giving the latest version of the so-called Smart OS 5.0 to the car. So the whole car is defined to be giving the maximum experience as good as your laptop and also to your smartphone. So back to the powerful computing power, the whole system is giving the ability to do the multitask computing ability on the split screen. Also, all these icons for apps on the docking of the car can be fully customized and give it the max personalized experience. Very similar to your household smart electronic devices, the voice assist is such an important supplementary to the touch screen. On XPeng G6, the Hey XPeng function is already providing English, Mandarin Chinese, Cantonese, German, and also French languages. And more languages and more functions are on the way to get on the car later this year. XPeng is onboard ADAS system on G6. So we are providing the latest chip from NVIDIA, so-called Orin X, which is until today most updated, also the most powerful chipset for the ADAS function in the whole industry. The system also includes 5 highly precisely working minimum wave radar sensors. Also, together with 12 ultrasonic sensors, 12 high-definition cameras inside and outside of the car, the whole system is able to give not only is a 360-degree surrounding view to understand how the traffic situation is. On the other hand side, this sensor fusion technology is giving the maximum redundancy and keep the maximum safety. As the whole system is working perfectly together with the driver as a system, so we are also equipping this car with Qualcomm 8155P chipset to making the rendering for the surrounding environment and making it available for the driver, so that the driver is feeling confident seeing everything is working so well. To work together with such a complex and also powerful hardware, XPeng is using a full stack in-house made software system to work together with everything. So the AI model is trained in-house, not only for this sensoring for the environment to do the recognition, also we use that AI function to do the road planning on the real road. So all these things is based on the AI ability of XPeng in-house energy. So this AI technology is changing so fast day to day. So we are more than happy to have all the latest technology and through the over-the-air technology put it on the car of customers, even they are already in your garage for months. So besides the XPeng system, we are also working hard to make the whole software system over-the-air updated, including the cockpit, powertrain system, even the chassis systems. Why XPeng is able to do that with such a high efficiency is because very differently from our competitors in the market, XPeng is not simply gathering all the microcontrollers from different suppliers and put them on the car. Instead of that, XPeng is developing 4 powerful and integrated domain controllers on top of the car, and also we connect everything with fast speed internet. So most of the code running on the network is done by XPeng engineers. So we are more than flexible to give all these updates without bonding from supplier. Only in the year 2024, we did 3 remarkable upgrades for OTA and introducing more than 300 upgrades for the global market, which was very highly perceived in the market already. And we are promising to the market every year we will keep on doing this OTA function, making the latest experience is keeping on renewed for our customers. As an EV, the powertrain technology is a backbone for the whole system. In XPeng, we are not simply gathering all the information from supplier, but we are defining all the system with the customer experience as highest priority. On the vehicle side, XPeng is one of the world's leading OEM who was introducing the 800-volt system. On one hand side, the system is so much efficiency, so that it's very, very good to save the energy consumption. On the other hand side, as the charging experience, it's very remarkable to reduce the charging time from 10 to 80%, from 45 minutes to within 20 minutes only. So that is coffee time, you get the car fully charged. Meanwhile, as the charging infrastructure worldwide is not that well balanced developing, so XPeng is doing the in-house DC charger, which is capable to provide a 480 kilowatt power to charge the car with very fast speed. So combining the technology from the car and also from the chargers, actually the experience for the user to charge the car is so much seamless. You just plug to charge, unplug to drive. Actually the payment, the car identification, all the things can be done automatically without user interface. A very important barrier for the early buyers of EV is because these models were used to be very less affordable. In XPeng, we are working on this for years and making the car efficient and cheaper to be built with right quality, of course. So one of the leading examples is that we are introducing the world's most advanced integrated die casting technology for the front and the rear antibody. So this technology is not only combining as many as 161 parts to only 2 parts in the front and in the rear. The whole system is so efficient that you are reducing as much as 70% of the weight. So think about it. Less weight means less material, so the car is cheaper to be built. Less carbon emission. In the meanwhile, the lighter car body is also making the electricity consumption for the same E-range much less. That means that less battery, again, less cost. So the whole chain is keeping on improving. On the other hand side, this technology is making the rotation stiffness so high for the car, so the overall body torsion is as high as 42,000. That number usually only exists in the super sports cars. So this kind of high stiffness is not only making this car very integrated and rated in the dynamic driving, also in the event of a severe crash, this car body is also helping a lot to protect the passengers inside the car. Very different from many OEMs in the market. XPeng is not only making the battery as a load underneath the body. So this kind of very huge and very strong battery itself is used to be part of the body as floor. So this system is having to save as much as 5% vertical space and giving more space for the car interior. That's why this compact size on G6 is giving so much space inside. On the other hand side, the whole system is getting another 21 kilograms saved. That means again, less cost and more efficient. In the meanwhile, this reinforced battery pack itself is able to pass IP68 protection level, which is capable for more than 48 hours underneath the water. So all in all, the system is making G6 so special. And now I would like to hand over the stage to my colleague Edward and give you more in-depth details and comprehensive information about G6. Okay, Edward.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's a real pleasure to be here today to talk more about the exceptional G6 and its UK's product lineup, and actually translate some of the great technology and something that our speakers today spoke about to actually understand the true UK customer benefits. One of the first things that really struck us all when starting working with the XPeng, irrespective to its technology, groundbreaking and disruptive technology, irrespective to daring design, irrespective to smart manufacturing, what truly stood out was their customer-first attitude. They were so obsessed to make customers to really believe and understand and enjoy the product. Some of the over-the-air OTA features that Woman alluded to, the engineers and product developers are on some journey to really make a global impact. And they, day in, day out, they ask the customers, particularly now in Europe, what are their feedback, how they interact with the vehicle, and they want to hear first thing from them to really incorporate in their next software over-the-air updates. And that really stood out more than anything. I'm going to take you back to the classroom for a second to look at one of the key gigatrends in future mobility theory. It's perceived as a theory that kind of looks at the key elements of where the future mobility is heading into. C for connected, A for autonomous, S for shared, and E for electrified. Unfortunately, the developments have not moved as quickly as projected, and this is going 10, 15 years ago. The expectation was very high, so the case developments really start to slow down. However, for XPeng, they notice this gap in the market. They notice there's an opportunity to really explore the elements of the case ecosystem one by one. And they started to get on it. So what really happened, they started to look at each element and what are the true customer benefits that they actually can take to the market. And we actually see already some of these elements as part of the case infrastructure or gigatrend is incorporated in some of the product lineup today. And G6 is a true example of actually having those elements inbuilt in vehicle and customers having a benefit as we speak. So let's have a few examples of how really some of these aspects are used and experienced and how customers genuinely benefit from in today's world. We talked about a lot of the X-Pilot, which is the ADAS, all the passive and active advanced driver safety features. Yes, we mentioned 29 sensors. Yes, it's the Orin X fast processing chip of the 254 trillion operations per second. Yes, we mentioned about intelligent cockpit and the fast chip that's incorporated in the vehicle. However, what is the end result is a seamless, very comfortable interaction with the driver. Today's world, we all know that whoever experienced these features in car, sometimes they're most likely to work against you. The real true beauty way is to find a way how they work for you. And XPeng has nailed it perfectly in the sweet spot when it comes to that. And that is thanks to the very fast computing speed. And sometimes it's about what's not actually transmitted to the driver, because it computes so quickly that actually all the unnecessary things and adjustments on the vehicle through the lane or braking is not transmitted on the vehicle. And that is the true magic here. From the day one we got the test vehicles, engineers were here. They did multiple test runs, miles across the different regions on the UK to really nail down the software requirements and the tailor-made for the UK market specifically. And we know how difficult is the UK market because we have such a variety of the roads here, starting from the highways, different culture, different climate aspects as well throughout the year. Small village roads, unpaved roads, and even alleyways. So they looked at all of the single aspects to make this system truly work for the user. Another one is the charging speed, of course. When we look at the most questions, and I'm sure you've all been in discussions with your friends, with the family, in the pub or in the restaurant, or even today, most of the questions people already when they have an EV or about to adopt an EV is somewhere between the line of all these questions. But predominantly they're around the range, charging speed, and where to charge. When looking at this question particularly, are there enough charging stations ready available in the area? And to be honest, irrespectively how quickly the DC or the rapid charger, in other words, how capable the vehicle is to do that, all depends on the infrastructure's readiness. So if we look at the infrastructure currently to date in the UK, it's growing very rapidly faster year on year. At the moment, it's almost 70,000 public chargers available with almost 40,000 locations in the UK. Yes, there have been strong growth year on year across the last couple of years, but it's been outperformed of the growth of the rapid chargers. And that's what really matters the most, where the G6 with a huge rapid charging speeds on the DC public chargers really outshines and starts to really utilize that feature for the UK market. And rapid charger growth is nowhere near to stop. That's the key element for the success of the charging speed particularly. Another question is, how long does it take to fully charge the battery? We all know that there are a lot of great established brands that have been for decades, but where we really are proud to announce that the G6 stands really strong bang on in the middle from one of the fastest charging models available today for the UK market. And some of those model starting prices are very high as well. So that's very unusual for us to see. And that's something that the team and us in the UK are super proud to announce today. We were wowed by the product, we were wowed by the features, and we were very privileged to take some of the partners, suppliers, as well as the industry experts on the journey to take this product to market. So let's see what they have to say about it.
I think we're confident that consumers will react positively to this car. We've seen it with other brands when they've entered the UK market.
I think it ticks a lot of the boxes that people want from an all-electric SUV. It's like a Tesla Model Y with hindsight. It rides better, it's built better.
The exterior styling is very much what you would expect from an SUV in this segment of the market.
Get inside, the elegance continues. It's very sober design, plenty of space as well. But I think it's the technology that makes the product stand out.
I think what gives it an edge over the competition is certainly the charging time and also actually the range when charged.
It has one of the best driver monitoring systems we've tested, giving no unnecessary warnings, detecting drowsiness very well and delivering the feature very unobtrusively.
It's certainly a software-first vehicle, but you can have it with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is so important for UK customers.
The integration of your device in the way you want to use it into the car is fantastic. So I use the XPeng integrated tech, but I immediately connected it very easily, I must say, with my Apple CarPlay, which I prefer to use.
We expect it to be well priced compared to the competition, which when you consider that the vehicle comes with a lot of specification, should make it stand out in the market.
I think if I was to have one myself, I'd probably go for the grey with the light interior.
I'm afraid for colour choice, I'm a bit boring. I go for black.
I would tend to favour the more neutral colours.
For me, you've got to get it in a standout colour. I love it in the orange.
You'll have to wait about the pricing a little bit more, because very exciting here to announce the G6 lineup as we speak. Starting with the standard range rear-wheel drive model, as well as the rear-wheel drive long range. And it's a trend, it's a very clear proposition for modern customer today to keep a very simple and clear offering where the customer demand is. Our key theme, and this is something that did blow us all away when we started to interact with the vehicle, the key theme is everything is standard. And again, for the customers that are doubting if they're selecting the right options or selecting the features on the vehicle, there's nothing to worry because everything is a standard. Let's take a look at a few of them. When it comes to particularly convenience, some of the go-to and key points are enhanced park assist with 360 surround view camera as standard. Also, one of the unique features, not only in segment, but in an industry currently, is a ventilated dual wireless charging pads that I'm more than happy to showcase across the evening today. When it comes to the comfort, the key element is, again, not typical for the segment as a standard equipment. 18 speaker, almost 1000 watt audio system, as well as the panoramic glass sunroof, which is thermal insulated, as well as the EV protected. Styling. It's one of the key why-buys, and actually the styling and design alone, it's a feature itself on the car. It's agile, it's dynamic, it's daring, yet refined. It boosts the sophisticated sportiness when you look at the vehicle. And very rarely, and it's every designer's dream to achieve the triangle of sporty, technological, and powerful. And this car has managed to do so. And the key styling aspects that I want to really take away is a fabric-wrapped integrated audio speakers that are not visible, and it's very rare to see in the industry. Also, the electrical release door opening makes sure it's a minimalistic yet luxury experience of the vehicle. Enough of me talking at the moment. let's make the product speak for itself. As the video, hello, we've got, there you go. As the video said, we're now announcing that the G6 is on sale as of tonight. And there's been a lot of speculation in the industry with colleagues, journalists, dealers about the price. And I am going to launch the price just now. But remember the presentations that you've had this evening so far? So we've been talking about the high technology that comes in the vehicles, the fact that everything is standard, all the EV credentials, and then you've got this premium vehicle as well. So I guess many of you in the room have got your own idea about what you think this may be priced at in the market, benchmarking it against competitors. So let's see how close we are. So we'll start with the first model, the standard range vehicle. And I'm pleased to announce that this evening, this vehicle is from £39,990. And for the long range vehicle, we're launching that model of £44,990. And the vehicles come with a comprehensive 8-year battery warranty and 5-year vehicle warranty. So it would be remiss of me, as my background, I've always been in the car industry and I started selling vehicles. So as the vehicle goes on sale tonight, I think the website went live at 8 o'clock to actually take reservations. So if anybody wants to place an order tonight, and I know there's a few in the audience that have said they definitely will be, let me see if I can talk you through the colours and the options, and maybe you can make history tonight and be the first customer in the UK to reserve their G6. So the exterior colours, we have got standard white, which is a no-cost option. We have got 3 colours, silver frost, graphite grey and midnight black. And we've also got a launch edition colour in limited numbers, so that if that does float your boat, please order it quickly, because they will go very, very quick. So those are the colour selections that will be available on our website for launch. In terms of interior colours, they both come with the same interior, the leatherette, so it's not a cloth and a leather option. They're both standard with the same high premium interior. Maybe if you've got children, black's the more practical colour, but we also do the lighter colour as well, which is a light grey. And I think I'd probably go with Jason. If it was me, I would go for the grey with the light interior, but everybody's got their own choice. So yeah, those are the specifications, that's the pricing. It's live on our website this evening for reservations. But it's not just about the G6 tonight. You can see we've got another car to unveil. This one's got a bit of a story behind it, because we didn't actually think this vehicle would be here tonight. We had planned for it to be here, but unfortunately it got caught in the ocean. I think it was in Portugal, in a port. And yeah, it only came at the very end of this week, and tonight was the first time we actually saw the vehicle here tonight. And what we wanted to do was to give you a sneak preview of what the next model to come from XPeng. We're hoping to launch this vehicle in Q4. are really excited about this vehicle because it's got a lot of, we think, disruptive things that the industry in this particular segment hasn't seen before, and I'll explain a little bit about that. So the vehicle we're going to reveal is the X9, currently China's best-selling premium BEV MPV. It's probably unfair to call it an MPV because it doesn't look like a traditional MPV. The styling is very, very sporty, and I think it kind of sets it apart from typical vehicles in this sector. Why we think it's going to be disruptive is because the range of customers this vehicle could appeal to. So the first is a kind of executive travel, if you like. So these are van-derived, in this case an EV van, very comfortable for its passengers, but it is based on a van. So from a driver experience, it's perhaps not the most invigorating vehicle to drive. With the X9, it's got some really neat features, and I'm not a product expert, so you have to speak to my colleagues to give you more details, but what I do know is it's got four-wheel drive steering. So when you're driving around cities, it can, in most cases, outmaneuver or very similar to a small hatchback in the way it kind of navigates around tight corners. The other thing that I found quite intriguing with the vehicle was the suspension, because it's got an air suspension system, but not only that, it also scans the road in front of you, so it can adjust the damping on the suspension based on the road conditions. That's something you definitely wouldn't get in something like that. The other vehicles I wanted to touch on was executive saloons. So obviously those are very luxurious vehicles, but they come at a big price. You're probably talking for those types of vehicles anywhere between 100 and 150,000. I would actually go as far to say that is more luxurious than those vehicles at a much better price. You can view for yourself and try the vehicles. Some of the features that I think are of interest is the zero gravity seats, which you can try and look for yourself. They do all kinds of things, and maneuver in all different types of positions. You've got meditation modes, all kinds of stuff in the vehicle. The other thing that I quite liked about it was the air conditioning system. You wouldn't think you could reinvent an air conditioning system, but if you look in the ceiling in the car, it's got a circular-based air conditioning system with 6,000 holes in the ceiling. So it's a new type of system that I don't think has been done before in a car, and that's just an example of some of the types of technology. The other area is large family SUVs, a popular segment. Sales are very, very good. The drawback on that type of vehicle is when you have 7 seats, because it's not the most comfortable vehicle to be in for people in the back, and you compromise on some of the vehicle space. If you try this vehicle in the back, it is very, very comfortable. The really neat feature with this vehicle, and this would appeal to me because I have two children, is most of the time you can have it in the 4-seater mode. You've got the luxurious seats, 4 people, and you can convert it into a 7-seater, but you just do it at the press of the button. So the seats electronically adjust into the floor, so you've got a full boot space, which is obviously ideal if you do vacations or travelling, so much, much more practical than a large family SUV. So if you look at what I've just talked about there, you've got a vehicle with exceptional styling, very sporty styling. It drives very well. In fact, it is quite sporty to drive. You've got the luxury of executive saloons, but you've got the practicality of a family vehicle. So ladies and gentlemen, the first time in the UK, and really it's a great privilege to have the vehicle here and showcase it. Let me reveal the XPeng X9.
Yeah, there we are. Hi. Great that you're here with us. We would like to thank you for being with us today. And we came to the conclusion of the official part of our wonderful launch in the UK. Obviously, it's not the end of the evening. And also, I've been instructed to tell you that we close the embargo, and you are welcome to share your experience online. Call your auntie, go wild, make pictures, and make a laugh. We have a wonderful band, and I just asked the guy from the band what's the name of this. It's something to do with black, but they have wonderful music to show for you. Thanks for being with us today. We appreciate it very much, and you know, a new era has begun. Thank you, have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Shout out time, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, if you enjoy my content, why not get involved? Buy me a coffee. You can do that at either of these links. Or if you're watching on YouTube, buy me a thanks or take out a membership. It all helps. It really does.